Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com with match number 2 with our Chasm Skulker, playing on a budget. This is not a keepable hand. We have the high casting cost cards. We need a lot of help here to draw out of that. This is worse. And I guess this is the best we can hope for. But this is a pretty bad hand. Liking the first hand the best so far. Mardu. Tormenting Voice will be nice. At least it can get rid of that Magmatic Insight. If it's a slower deck, we will try Sphinx's Tutelage. It's going to be a 4-color deck. And I think we will... Well, no point yet. We don't know what we're playing against, so I'll just go with the other tap land. Hordeling Outburst is actually going to be very tough. Very tough. It's going to be some sort of Jeskai Mardu tokens combo. I think that we'll Tormenting Voice away a Magmatic Insight at the moment, just because we need every land possible. If he goes Jeskai Ascendancy, we probably aren't going to be in the greatest shape ever. If we can get this Chasm Skulker to actually come online, we can keep up with him. But if he has another source, this has to come into play tapped here with the Evolving Wilds, and it does appear he's getting another red source. So he can't Jeskai Ascendancy combo quite yet, or Jeskai Ascendancy. He can the next turn. Would have loved to draw a land. We can Collateral Damage one of them with a Palace Familiar. That's not the right play. The right play is just to Chasm Skulker. And we'll be taking damage this turn. But the following turn, we can Palace Familiar, Collateral Damage, get the Chasm Skulker up to a 3/3. If we can get Purphoros online, we've got the combo assembled, and then we just need to draw a lot of cards in a row. So let's take another 3 here. And he's going to stoke my Chasm Skulker. So the problem with Chasm Skulker is it's not like Hangerback Walker. I kind of wish that they would have had it enter the battlefield as a 0/0 with a 1/1 counter, just so you can get some value out of it. Or just made it a 2/2. I think it would have put it more of a standard staple, more playable in standard if that was the case. Magmatic Insight is something I cannot cast at the moment, so we'll just Palace Familiar. I don't need to waste a card because we can definitely block the Goblin token and make that trade. If he tries to kill it with other means, in response we can still pick off a Goblin token. Could be a Treasure Cruise already? I'll fill back up his hand. Yeah, I guess this is actually pretty late in the game at this point. With our Mold of 5, that's where the card advantage is really hitting our opponent. And I could block to save a damage and then sack through another means, but I think it's just, we'll just trade 1 for a third of a card. Draw another card I can't do anything with. Fire Conclusions will need to come out. We'll cast Purphoros. It's not ideal. I hate to actually give him more information since it looks like we're going to lose this first game to the Swarm of Goblins. Scouring Sands was a card that I debated putting in the sideboard. Anger of Gods is another one. I think both of those cards would have helped us. Maybe not Scouring Sands against the last match because most of his cards did have 2 toughness, but against this guy for sure, it is the card of choice to take care of tokens. There's the Ascendancy. Now his goblins become lethal very quickly. Negates will be beautiful post sideboard. They'll basically just take care of any of his cards. Another Hordeling Outburst. Ascendancy is kind of cool with Chasm Skulker and with... To a point, it's pretty good with Sphinx's Tutelage. I don't think I'll be bringing the Sphinx's Tutelage combo. I don't think there's anything I can actually draw here to get me out of this. Another Fire Conclusion does not do it. We'll be taking out the Fire Conclusions and Magmatic Insights against this particular match. They're both, or not Magmatic Insights, excuse me, Collateral Damages. I could keep the Collateral Damages in, but Fire Conclusions definitely come out. This we'll just have to play the long route. Hordeling Outburst can come in. I think actually Sphinx's Tutelage isn't that bad. It feeds his treasure cruises, but I think it just might be better than going the Collateral Damage route. Collateral Damage is nice because it can do 3 damage to the face. You never know when that's going to be the difference. I don't know if I'm going to bring in too many Sphinx's Tutelage, maybe just the one. Because I think Hordeling Outburst just to stabilize is better. Negates are far and away better of a card. Silumgar Sorcerer doesn't necessarily need to come in versus this. Maybe a Purphoros for the combo, and then we can Tutelage some more. Double Tutelage. I think if we go Tutelage though, you need to commit. Keranos is fine. Humble Defectors. We don't have any ways to kill Humble Defector now, so it's a lot weaker. Yeah, I think that's the right card to cut out. All right, so this I like to play first. Can't keep this hand. We'll mull it. I think honestly 6 is going to be a better route. And unfortunately we have to go to a 4. This is so far the best hand. We have action. The other 2 ones we didn't have action. But I don't see us coming out of this one. Mulling to 4 has one of the worst win percentages. It's below 20%. You're in the teens when you mull to 4. And especially when this isn't, I wouldn't consider this a very good matchup. Anything that floods the board with a lot of creatures is going to be tough for this deck. I want to see decks like just typical Abzan type decks or slower controlled base decks. Well, we've got negates for a while. Best case scenario, I guess, is just draw into well, of course, a land would be the best thing we can get here. And there is a Skulker attacking with the Sage. Unfortunately, we can't cast the Skulker. If he tries to Hordeling Outburst, we can counter it. But I think we're fighting an uphill battle here if we try to go card for card. Whoop, tried to cheat there with the wrong type of mana. That is a card we won't be casting this game. Alright, so we get the Chasm Skulker online. Which is really vulnerable to a Stoke the Flames, but we have to cast it this turn. I don't think we need to negate really anything. We're just lucky that he doesn't have anything on board at the moment. We can draw into 2 lands in a row. It wouldn't be terrible with the archive. I'm pretty sure Chasm Skulker is just going to get stoked here. Oh, raising alarms. All right. And stoked. All in the same turn. Nope, Lightning Strike. Can't negate either one of them, unfortunately. Still want to hit a land. We'll keep back a Jeskai Sage to block these. Yeah, I don't know if we go for a negate. We go for another Jeskai Sage and then just pass. I want to hit land drops. So I wonder if it's just the Mardu Ascendancy that's in here. Or Mardu Charm for the black. And we'll make this trade. Absolutely make this trade. I mean, I could keep up like negates for it. Hordeling Outburst is at least a card I can cast. If I draw a land, we could... Oh, we can actually Treasure Cruise. Not quite. We have 7 available. I want to save a Treasure Cruise for the archive. And we do have a Treasure Cruise next turn. 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we have to cast a Treasure Cruise, we have a Treasure Cruise. Definitely not looking good for us, though. There's a mountain. Does get us closer, and we can hold up a negate. I am not going to run into a Mardu Charm to get first strike. Well, maybe we do. Yeah, maybe I just attack in here. I think it's my best hope is to try to get any sort of aggression. I'm in double Stoke the Flames range now. I can negate one of them at still the cost of 1 life. I actually think I negate this. He might have a negate of his own. A dissolve. Or just a double Stoke the Flames. Lightning Strike. Untap Lightning Strike is probably what's going to end up happening. And there it is. See what we would have drawn into. Sphinx's Tutelage coming up. We just burned too much life with the Shivan Reef. And our lands were nowhere to be found. There they all are. Alright, we'll play another one. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Playing on a Budget. If you haven't already, please subscribe to Gathering Magic and check out our Playing on a Budget playlist, which contains every episode. Thanks again and hope to see you soon.